Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Barnett-Gotcha here, and I'm going to talk to you for under a few minutes about sponsorships. I don't like them. I hate them. They are terrible, and I don't support them. One of the blasphemous things, which I understand why YouTubers would do it, I suppose, if they wanted to, but I hate them because then I have to advocate into watching or listening to someone else promote their sponsorship. And it's absolutely insane. Just because they're looking for support for their channel. So, in essence, I don't support, you know, sponsorships. No matter who it is, I may watch their content, see if it's interesting. Like if someone's talking about something like their point of view, how I might say how they, see how they could play it because I can't play it for whatever reason. But other than that, no. Sponsorships are just as bad as live streaming, and getting to be verified. To be like, oh, well, I got 100 billion views. Look at me. It's a bunch of horse shit. And I ain't kidding. So, no. I admit that, I don't really care for them. I don't even care about being real. If you catch my drift. I mean, yes, I care about being real, but not in the same sense of basically like, oh, I need to be verified or whatever by some qualification system. It's just as bad as being like, okay, I need to make sure that my stuff ain't copyrighted because some joke of a mother trucker comes around here and says, well, you played our song, so we're gonna sue you. We're gonna take away views and undermine in the algorithm and say to hell with you. You can't watch this. You can't. They can't watch this unless they somehow randomly find your shit on the YouTube. It's like the thing is, it's still being under censorship. So no, I refuse to take on a sponsor. I refuse to watch someone sponsor or talk about a sponsorship. You ever heard of this about this deal? Blah 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 blah. I don't know. Let me tell you something. Ads were always bad, especially on TV. But they also had a good side to them. There's always good like pros and cons. Basically, the good side and the bad side. The good side of it was if you needed to take a break for a few minutes while it was on commercial break. That's what the ads were, advertisements. Even though they literally meant nothing, even though sometimes they meant, uh, within itself, there could be some things that might pique your interest, like, oh, this is on for sale over here at, uh, for example, PetSmart or whatever. You'd go over there, But other than that, you wouldn't care. You just going over there to free fill, get some snacks, go to the bathroom, and eat. When you could pause live TV, you didn't always have that option. Matter of fact, pausing live TV wasn't a thing back in the day. You either watched or you didn't. You know. So yeah. Other than that, advertisements are crap. And it's crap to think that, well, because it's on YouTube now, we should do it like that. No. It's crap that we have to pay on top of that just to stop it. And on top of that, if you don't, well, you're not supporting the YouTuber, which makes no damn sense. Why is it that the views absolutely makes more sense to, which to me, I think it does, to support them more than it would be to just say, okay, I'll watch the bloody advertisements. No, no, I won't. If I can't just regularly watch them, even if it's just to get their part, like their thing, or just to get like a sort of a guide when I'm stuck or whatever, then I have no business watching, none whatsoever. You know, and if it ain't enough, then maybe they should just drop the whole YouTube thing. That's how I feel about it. Maybe you should stop bothering with the whole damn thing if that's what you care about is more people wanting to watch advertisements on top of your videos. Now, support should always be there, but it should never be at the cost of the viewership of those who actually want to watch content. Especially the fact of the long, aggravated, daggum videos that should never be that long in the first place. I understand supply and demand and how much, if that's what you feel like you want to do, that's okay. But don't expect the viewers to watch, or all the viewers, and don't say, like, in the same expectancy that if you ain't watching this for so damn long, you're not a fan. It's ridiculous. I mean, instead of doing, like, or a lot of, which should be acceptable, but a lot of them would pause the video and come back and then resume, whenever they can get back to it. You know, because at some point you gotta sleep. So at some point you gotta avert your eyes, not to disrespect the program. But I don't want to watch the same gameplay for about 25 freaking hours. Not even for any more amount of the time that it's given to be anywhere from 1 to about close to 30 minutes should be the maximum ratio anyway. Maybe not for everybody, but for a lot of people. And it should be acceptable for those who cannot do it, but should be able to pause the video and not be frowned upon because, oh, they didn't watch it all the way through. So they're not supporting you because they're not watching it all the way through, or because they're not over there watching you live stream for 20 billion freaking hours out of your own time because you chose to live stream. Absolutely insane. So you damn well do what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of us ain't going to put up with it. You can sit there and bring on all your blockings and whatever, but, you know, you're not going to take us away from wanting to watch your video. But, or go to somebody else. Maybe they're not as good, I guess, for the YouTube algorithm or the popularity, but people are good enough to guide or to go read it somewhere. Either way, what is acceptable should be acceptable. And I should also talk about who deems whom to be real and true. What does one make that possible? By a blue check mark? Hell no. Or how many, based on how many subscribers you have? Hell no. Or on the way you talk? Hell no. I mean, or fuck no. I mean, I could sit here and swear or not swear. It wouldn't matter. Why should it matter if I swear or not? I mean, I wouldn't want to swear or not swear just to become popular or because it's the popularest thing to do. No. I'd like to just sit here and be able to enjoy my own content. And if it's, or that, or actually, no, but that, and I can put it out there and people be able to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, no skin off my back. You know, I'm just providing content, not just to be better than somebody. Although in some ways I am better, you know, because I provide voices. Maybe I'm not the A number one, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there are plenty of people out there who can do voice acting. I don't think there should be just one primary person just because how much support they have on the internet, how much fake people are out there going, hey, Jack, 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 Mark, 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 Mark. Why should that matter? Yes, these guys are great and brilliant YouTubers, but at the same time, what about the lower class ones who really don't care? You know, not to point out a guide like, okay, I'm so much better than the next Jack Septic guy or the next Markiplier or the next PewDiePie. It shouldn't matter what I got. What I provide is what I provide. If nobody wants to watch it, nobody wants to watch it. Ain't no big deal. And if I'm the only one that winds up watching my own content, then so be it. At least I know somebody's enjoying my content, even if it's myself or the next person who's watching, or however many years it takes for somebody else to chime in and say in their own way, whether they comment or not. I liked the video. It was interesting, you know, and I would be on every one of them, not just one video specifically, but every one of my videos that I put out for content, not just continuity, or be the number one overall be person. Because, you know, again, I'm only better in some ways, but not in everything. I admit that, you know, I have a lot of experience, and I admit that I'm not exactly the better person for charming personality, but why should that matter? I just do it because I can. Or because I can also, if I ever do, it'd be a way to remind myself that's how I did it. As I just go into full retirement and to say, the hell with this. I can look back and reflect upon my own videos and say, that's how I did things. This was the thing. That was the time I absolutely played. Not just because I recorded, but because I remembered that I played those games. Because it was a time in my life that meant something to me. Not to say that no other time does, but that one specific moment or them moments that I truly enjoyed for the sake of nostalgia, for the sake of being able to live my own youth, to be there for myself. You know, no one else. Why not me? I mean, not everybody's going to want to drop everything, which I don't, which should never be expected anyway, and come to my aid and just support me. I never expected, and I never have, and never will, and even before that statement. That's how I was raised and taught. You don't never expect anyone to do anything. The only thing you ever expect is the unexpected. And that's that. Alright. Thank you all for watching. Until then, later.